Good afternoon, Rochester Memorial students and families. Mr. Medeiros here with this week's Medeiros Minute. Boys and girls, I want to thank you for a great week of learning here at RMS this week. In particular, I want to thank our fifth and sixth grade band students for an outstanding performance at this week's instrumental form concert. Boys and girls, I was so proud to sit there and see your musical talents on display, and what an amazing performance you put on for us. So proud as the building principal to see all of you up there performing so beautifully. So thank you so much. And a thank you to Miss Williamson for directing our band and always making sure that she plans and organizes such a wonderful performance, not just for our form concerts, but all of our other concerts that we host here at Rochester Memorial as well. So thank you, boys and girls in the fifth and sixth grade band, and thank you, Miss Williamson, for your leadership and direction of those band students. Parents and guardians, boys and girls, just a couple of quick informational items here. So first, as parents and guardians and boys and girls of students in grades 1 through 6, the Term 2 report cards did go home with all students this past Wednesday, March 16th. So parents and guardians, if you haven't seen that report card, please touch base with your student. Any questions about the Term 2 report card, please don't hesitate to reach out to your child's classroom teacher or team, and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Next bit of information is just a reminder that the spring after school activity brochure and applications are out. You can access those in a couple different ways. An email did go out from Ms. Guard here in the main office with the link to the brochure, as well as that information being posted to Mr. Woodward's physical education page on the Rochester Memorial School webpage. So I know he is still accepting applications for the spring after school activity, but did want to make note to all of our families that the Monday Great Outdoors session is to capacity. There are other days of the week, I believe, that Great Outdoors is being offered, but the Monday Great Outdoors session is at capacity. Any questions about after school activities, please don't hesitate to reach out to Mr. Woodward. Next bit of information here, parents and guardians, boys and girls, just a reminder that next week we are running our book fair. Very excited about that. I want to thank the Rochester Memorial PTO for always organizing and planning two wonderful book fairs for us, one in the fall, one here now in the spring. And a thank you to them for the staff preview today. They had some wonderful goodies as our staff were going through the book fair and signing up for a time for their class, but also previewing the wonderful books and materials that are there available for purchase at the book fair. So parents and guardians, please be on the lookout. I know that your child's classroom teacher or team will be communicating with you when they've signed their class up for book fair next week, date and time. And then obviously any questions about book fair, please don't hesitate to reach out to them. And as I mentioned, that'll take place all week next week in our media center. Parents and guardians, just wanted to remind everyone there are 3 surveys that have come out from Superintendent Nelson's office here in the last few weeks. Some important surveys and feedback we're looking for from you as parents and guardians here. And I just wanted to remind you here in this week's Medeiros Minute so that you know the surveys that have come out, and maybe you've completed them, and we appreciate you offering your feedback. Or if you haven't completed them, you could be on the lookout in your email for them and clicking on those links and filling out those surveys for us. Also, too, to know the surveys that have come out, so maybe you missed it or didn't see it, or unfortunately, sometimes I know those go to our spam accounts. You can reach out to us here in the main office or directly to Superintendent Nelson's office, and we'll be happy to share the link to those surveys. So the 3 surveys that are out right now from our superintendent's office or our district office is our professional development survey. That's from Dr. Janelle Pearson Campbell, our director of assistant superintendent, of curriculum instruction and assessment. That survey is so that you could provide us feedback on what you'd like to see our teachers and staff here at RMS participate in from a professional development standpoint. The second survey that went out was in regards to a potential grant opportunity for an extended summer day program, potentially in connection to our SAIL program or something different. I know the district offered something similar to this last summer, so we're looking for feedback on that summer extended day camp again. And then the third survey that went out, I believe just today or yesterday, is in regards to the April break math acceleration camp. So I know we ran a February break math acceleration camp. We have an opportunity through that same grant to provide a math acceleration camp over April break. So please be on the lookout for those 3 surveys. And once again, if you missed those links or didn't see that email, please reach out to us here in the main office or directly to the central office, either superintendent's office or Dr. Pearson Campbell's office. And I know between any of those offices, we'll be happy to share those links or those emails with you again. Parents and guardians, just a couple of reminders about dismissal and arrival. So to remind everyone, we mentioned this in last week's Medeiros Minute, we are back to our traditional park and drop off and pick up, or to maintain in the vehicle loop for our arrival and dismissal. So we're going back to our original procedures and routines. Very excited about that. So just to remind our parents and guardians what that looks like. So we have a couple of options when we are dropping our students off or picking them up at the end of the day. We can stay in our vehicle and continue in the same traffic pattern and stay, as I mentioned, in the vehicle and drop the students off as you follow the traffic flow out back. Or you may park in one of the parking spaces out back, get out of your vehicle and walk your student to their respective drop-off or pickup area if you're picking up a student. So a reminder that our K-2 drop-off is the main back door where the black ballasts are, and then our 3 through 6 drop-off is right at the doors in the gate right near the structure. So just a reminder to parents and guardians, we're going back to those two options where you can, as I mentioned, stay in your vehicle or park in a spot and come and pick your student up or walk them to the door in the morning if it's arrival. The other piece of a reminder, parents and guardians, we ask that we do not make any dismissal changes to either bus routine or parent pickup routine after 2 p.m. We've been slowly starting to get a little bit more of dismissal changes around 2:45, 2:50, right as we're about to get on the intercom and start to announce our dismissal practices. It just becomes very difficult to make sure that to find our students and make sure they're getting to the appropriate place. So we ask that you please get your dismissal routines or notes into the main office by 2 p.m. It becomes very difficult and hard from a logistical standpoint and a safety standpoint to start making adjustments to our dismissal routine for students anytime after 2 p.m. So if we could just a reminder to our parents and guardians to get those dismissal notes to the main office or to your child's classroom teacher by 2 p.m. each day, the latest. Parents and guardians, boys and girls, this month of March, we are focusing on assertiveness as part of our CARES motto and how assertiveness helps us with the relationship skills. Remember, boys and girls, when we maintain healthy and rewarding friendships, we can manage the different demands while at school. We can resist peer pressure by being assertive, doing what we know is the right thing to do, and successfully manage conflict constructively, talking it through and getting help when needed, especially getting help from those adults when needed. Boys and girls, I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. Remember, please take care of yourself, take care of others, and take care of your environment.